Hello, how are you? Did you have a good break from English? Yes. Now, the big news. We are free. Yes, lockdown is finished. We can go outside. We can go to the shops. Yes, fantastic. Maybe we can cut our hair. Maybe. Big decisions. Okay. Now, do you remember the vocabulary from the last lesson? Did you learn the vocabulary from the last lesson? Let's see. Let's see. So, how can you say Pâques? La fête de Pâques. Yeah? Yeah. Easter. Easter. Good. How do you say un vol? J'ai pris un vol sur EasyJet. Un vol. Yeah? It's a flight. And remember, you must pronounce the t, flight, not a fly, ça c'est une mouche. Okay, how do you say une formation, un stage? Yeah, it's a course or a training course. Good. How do you say c'est une pagaille, une grande pagaille? Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, good. How do you say un nuage? Yeah, it's a cloud. And the adjective? Nuageux? Yeah, it's cloudy. Very good. Okay, how do you say venteux? Yeah, so windy. Okay, good. Okay, how do you say pas très chaud, mais assez chaud? Il fait assez chaud. Yeah, it's warm. Remember, so we have cold, cool, warm, and hot. Okay, excellent for the weather. Okay, good. How do you say sec ou sèche? Yeah, dry. Do you know James Bond's favourite cocktail? Yes, a vodka and martini. Dry martini. Sec. Okay, good. How do you say paresseux? Paresseux. So my friend Bob is, yeah, he's lazy. Lazy. Good. And finally, for cooking delicious dinners, how do you say la micro-ondes? Yeah, it's the microwave. Okay, good. Now, last time we looked at different suggestions, ways to suggest an activity. Okay, so how do you say, for example, well, look, I can use my magic. Okay, so how can you say this in English? How can you say, ready? Yeah. Do you want to eat in a restaurant? Yeah. How do you say this? Ready? Yeah. Would you like to eat in a restaurant? Okay. How do you say this? Yeah. Well, there's different ways. an easy way is to say, what about eating in a restaurant? How about eating in a restaurant? Okay. Or what do you think about eating in a restaurant? And remember, for suggestions, we also have shall we. So shall we eat in a restaurant? It's like, do you want to eat? Okay, good. And remember, how do you say let's go? So mangeons, let's eat. Okay. Well, let's go. Yes, let's go to the cinema. To the cinema. Well, the cinema is shut. The cinema is closed. But we can watch movies, films on the TV, on DVD, on Netflix. Why not? Now, I have 4 different films to identify. So I will tell you the story. So can you find the film, the movie? Okay, ready? So what is the film? It's not difficult. So there was a boy who really wanted to go on a ship. He was poor. He met a wealthy girl. They fell deeply in love. The ship suddenly hit an iceberg. They fell in the sea and he died. She didn't die. It was directed by James Cameron. It starred Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. So what is the film? Yes, it's Titanic. A terrible, terrible film. Okay. So film number 2. Can you guess, deviner, can you guess the film? So it is set in England. It is a fantasy film. There was a lonely young boy. He became a wizard. He had 2 friends, a boy and a girl. He went to school at Hogwarts. A different wizard tried to kill him when he was a baby, but he didn't die, and it is based on the famous children's books by J.K. Rowling. Yes, it is Harry Potter. You are very good. Okay. Well, number 3. So there was a rich man who was disabled and was in a wheelchair. He needed some help, and fortunately, a young poor man from Paris took a job in his house. They quickly became friends and had lots of fun. Finally, the disabled man became happy, and it was filmed in France. So what is the film? Yes, Intouchable, or in English, Untouchable. Okay, very good. Okay, last film. Can you guess the film? So, there was a group of friends. They went to Arcachon on holiday. They had lots of fun, but one friend wasn't with them. He was in hospital and he suddenly died. It was filmed in Arcachon and it was directed by Guillaume Canet. So what is the film? Yes, it's Les Petits Mouchoirs. Or in English, it's Little White Lies. A white lie, c'est un mensonge pur or pur mensonge. Yeah, it's not a bad lie. Okay, so Little White Lies in English. Okay, well, excellent. You are film experts. I am happy because today I want to think about stories and questions about stories. Now, so I want you to think, I have the answer. What are the questions you can ask to have my answer? Now, so I saw a movie, a film recently. So I saw a film called Green Book. Now, so what is the question you can ask with what the last film and the verb see? So I saw Green Book. What is the question? Yeah. So what was the last film you saw? Okay, what was the last film you saw? Okay, good. So I have, well, the actors were Viggo Mortensen and, it's a difficult name, Mahershala Ali. So the question with who the actors, yeah, who were the actors? Easy question. Okay. Now, so the film, it takes place, avoir lieu, it takes place, on peut dire aussi, it's set, ça se déroule, it's set in America, in the South, in the southern states. So what is the question with where the film take place or where the film set? Yeah. So where does the film take place, or where is the film set? Okay. Now, for set, so c'est l'endroit où il se passe, où il se déroule. So where is the film set? Now, it is set in 1962. So what is the question with when the film set? Yeah, so when is the film set? So it's set in 1962. Okay, good. So two more questions for my film. So it's a drama. It's a drama. So what is the question with what kind, what type, what sort film? Yeah. So what kind of film is it? What type of film is it? What sort of film is it? Okay, it's a drama. Okay. And finally, the very important question, que se passe-t-il? Yeah. So, what happened? So, what happens in the film? Well, you know the film. It's a story of a pianist and his driver from New York. The driver is a gangster character. Yeah, so what happens? Now, you can see, normally we have an auxiliary for a question. Now, with the question words who and what, sometimes these words can function like the subject. Okay, so I can say, who came to the party? Qui est venu? So who came? Okay, so who is the subject? So if the subject is different, we need a different person. So for example, I can say who came to the party. So who is the subject? But avec vous, who did you come with? Okay, because now the subject is you. Okay, so who did you come with to the party? Or simply, qui est venu? Who came to the party? Okay, and what is the same? So, for example, what happened? Or, but if I change the subject, what did you want? Okay, so you see, who and what, we have this possibility. Okay, but normally we like auxiliary verbs. Okay, now, yes, do you have your books? Yes, we do. Good. Now take the student book and turn. Oof, we are a long way in the book. So turn to page 98 in the book. Okay. We have story time. L'heure de conte. Now here we have lots of question words: where, when, what, who, why, which, how much, how many. Yeah. And if you remember the difference, what and which, so remember, which is a limited choice. Il faut choisir parmi un groupe. Yeah. And what is unlimited. Yeah. Okay. So imagine I have 2 books for the course. You can say, which book do I use? I say, the student book. Yeah. But unlimited, what is your favorite color? What is your favorite James Bond movie? Okay. Good. Now we have the questions and some answers. So try to match, try to associate, connect, try to match the question words with the answer. Okay. Okay, so what are the best questions? Well, the best answers. So when, yeah, it's probably 1991. Yeah. Where? Paris. What? Some roses. Who? John. Why? Because, yeah. Which? Yeah, it's limited choice. The red ones. The red roses, the red ones. Ones is a pronoun just to replace une chose. Yeah? So the red roses, the red ones. Okay. What about how? Come on. By phone. How much for the price? 50 euros. And finally, how many? 6. Okay, so no problem at all. Now another challenge. So lots of challenges today. Now look here at the bottom. Can you see this? So we have different stories. Now, how many stories do you recognize? So number 1, yeah, Cinderella. So in French, c'est Cendrillon, Cinderella. Very good. Number 2, Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. Very good, yes. Number 3, yeah, it's Hansel and Gretel. It's the fairy tale. Yeah, number 4 here. Yeah, it's Snow White and the 7 dwarves. I won't ask you the names of all the dwarves. Don't panic. Okay. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Yeah, it's Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. Is it La Belle Dormante? Good. Yeah, it's a good story. Here with the lamp. It's Aladdin with the lamp and the genie. And here, it's more difficult. You have the knight and the man on the donkey in Spain. Yeah, it's Don Quixote. And finally, we have Sherlock Holmes. Okay, good. So I have a quiz for you. This is all introduction for stories. Now look here. We have the quiz. Okay, so try to underline, souligner, underline the answer you think is correct. Okay, and then we can listen to the answer. Okay, ready? So go, complete the quiz. So, were you correct? Well, let's listen and find the answers. Here we go.
Unit 13. Story Time. Tape script 13.1. Story Time quiz. 1.
When did Shakespeare die?
B. In the 17th century.
2.
What happens at the end of Romeo and Juliet?
They both die. They kill themselves.
3.
How many dwarfs are there in Snow White?
B. 7.
4.
How much money do Hansel and Gretel's parents have?
C. None.
5.
How long does Sleeping Beauty sleep?
100 years.
6.
Who does Cinderella marry?
A. The handsome prince.
7.
Who created Mickey Mouse?
Walt Disney.
8.
Where did Hans Christian Andersen come from?
B. Denmark.
9.
What nationality are Don Quixote and Sancho Panza?
Spanish.
10.
Whose lamp is magic?
A. Aladdin's.
11.
Why does Pinocchio's nose grow long?
Because he tells lies.
12.
What kind of animal is Walt Disney's Dumbo?
A. An elephant.
13.
Which city does Sherlock Holmes live in?
B. London.
14.
How old is Harry Potter in the first story, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone?
B. 11.
Okay, were you correct? Yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Yes, at the end of Romeo and Juliet, everyone dies. It's not a happy romance, in fact. Now, the reason for this is to see lots of different question words, different questions, okay, for the past, for stories. Okay, good. Now look at the grammar spot. Okay, we don't need to underline every question word. It's okay. But you see, we have questions with question words, but also questions with no question words. So, for example, look at number 2. Okay, we have, where do you live? Yeah. So where do you live? Where do you live? Okay. But we have also, do you live in London? Yeah. So where do you live? Yeah, with the question word where. And you can hear the intonation. Where do you live? Okay. But with just the auxiliary, no question word. Do you live in London? Yeah. Are you happy? Did you go to the party? Yeah. Or where did you go, for example. So there's a little difference with intonation. It's not important, okay? But you see, we have the same question, the first question with where, and the second question with the place and do you. So where do you live, or do you live in London? Now, in fact, if you click on the vocabulary sheet for today, and you see we have here on the vocabulary sheet, okay, we have examples, because I want to make 2 questions for the sentences in exercise 3. 1 question with a question word, a more interrogative, and 1 question without the question word. So on the vocabulary sheet here, just here, you have the example. So grammar spot, page 99. So 1 question with a question word, 1 without a question word. So for example, I say, I live in London, and the question word is where. Okay, so the first question is, where do you live? Okay, or no question word, do you live, il faut l'endroit, do you live in London? Okay, now you have 6 lines. Okay, so try to complete two questions, one with the question word, one without the question word. Le mot interrogatif est donné, en fait, chaque fois. Okay, so number one, so exercise 3, number 1. So she's wearing jeans. I put it on the sheet here. So for example, she's wearing jeans. Le mot interrogatif what? So you can say, what is she wearing? Parce que l'auxiliaire pour la forme continue, c'est être. So what is she wearing? Si on donne jeans au début. So is she wearing jeans? Okay. Et aussi on a la réponse courte. Donc pour la première question, so what is she wearing? Jeans. Or is she wearing jeans? La réponse courte. Yes, she is. Or no, she isn't. Voilà, donc si on a la réponse courte, en général on répète le mot auxiliaire. Okay? So try to complete, well, write on some paper, write the 6 different questions, well, 12 different questions. Okay, one with a question word, one without a question word, okay? And then we can listen to see, are you correct? And try to think, what is the short answer? Okay? Okay, well let's listen and see if you are correct. Okay, so listen now.
Tape script 13.3. 1,
What's she wearing?
Jeans.
Is she wearing jeans?
Yes, she is.
No, she isn't.
2,
Where does she work?
In a bank.
Does she work in a bank?
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
3,
When's he leaving?
Tomorrow.
Is he leaving tomorrow?
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
4,
Who did you visit?
My aunt.
Did you visit your aunt?
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
5,
How did you come?
By taxi.
Did you come by taxi?
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
6,
Why are they going to have a party?
Because it's her birthday.
Are they going to have a party?
Yes, they are.
No, they aren't.
It's okay. You also have the dialogue. Also, the dialogues are on page 134 if you want the answer. Okay, good. Now, to practice some more, questions are very important. So look at page 99 again. Look at practice section, questions and answers. Okay, the same idea. You have the question word, a center part of the question with the auxiliary, and an answer. So now try to connect the question word, the auxiliary section, and a good answer. Okay? So you can draw a line, or write on some paper. Okay? Okay, very good. Now, the same idea, let's listen and see if you are correct.
tape script 13.4. 1,
Where did you go?
To the shops.
2,
When did you go?
This morning.
3,
Who did you go with?
A friend from work.
4,
How did you go?
We drove.
5,
Whose car did you go in?
Joe's.
6,
Why did you go?
To buy some new clothes.
7,
What did you buy?
A new jacket.
8,
How many did you buy?
Only one.
9,
Which one did you buy?
The black leather one.
10.
How much did you pay?
£180.99.
Okay, very good. Now, do you have excellent ears? Yeah. Now listen. Now here, in exercise number 2, we have some different sentences. Now, just to see if you have good ears for English. So tick, Koshi, tick the sentence that you hear. Okay?
Tape script 13.5.
1,
Why do you want to go?
2,
Who is she?
3,
Where's he staying?
4,
Why didn't they come?
5,
How old was she?
6,
Does he play the guitar?
7,
Where did you go at the weekend?
It's okay. And again, you have the answer at the end of the book. But number 1 is the second. Why do you want to go? Number 2 was the second. Who is she? Number 3 is the first. So where's he staying? Number 4 is the second. So why didn't they come? Number 5 is the first. So how old was she? It's the past. Number 6 is the first. So does he regularly? Does he play the guitar? Or number 7, yeah, it's the past. So number 1, where did you go at the weekend? Okay, excellent, very good. So now
So now we're going to look at the difference between some adjectives and adverbs.
Ooh. Oh, what is this? Dan. You are speaking very quickly. And you say, please speak lentement. Please speak slowly. Okay. So now we're going to look at the difference between some adverbs and adjectives. A fantastic, exciting exercise, Dan. Very good. Now, take the vocabulary sheet again for this week, and you can see here you have the story, the first film we talked about, Titanic. Terrible film. So there was a boy who really wanted to go on a ship. He was poor. He met a wealthy girl. They fell deeply in love. The ship suddenly hit an iceberg. They fell in the sea and he died. She didn't die. It was directed by James Cameron. It starred Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, what I want to do, can you underline all the adjectives and adverbs? We can see. Okay. So first we have really, vraiment. Yeah, it's an adverb. Okay. We have poor, the adjective, pauvre. Yeah. We have wealthy, riche, aisé. Yeah. We have she was a wealthy girl, so an adjective. Deeply, profondément. Yeah. So it's an adverb. The ship suddenly, c'est an adverb, yeah, subitement. Hit an iceberg, okay, and that is it. Okay, good. Now you can see normally adverbs finish is on the terminaison, you know, with ly. Comment, la plupart. And so sudden, suddenly. Deep, profond, deeply. Easy, facile, easily. Happy, heureux, heureusement, happily. So li, c'est un peu comme mon. Okay. And if you have a y at the end, we replace it with an I. So easy, so easily. Okay, it's not too difficult. Some are irregular, but most are regular. Now, the position of the adverb, it changes. Normally, it depends on the adverb. Each adverb has its own rules, but in general, adverbs of frequency, you know, always, never, sometimes, you know, etc. Rarely, yeah, occasionally. Now these are before the verb. So I always work. Yeah, I never go to Honolulu. Okay, so frequency before the verb, and normally adverbs of manner, les adverbs de manière, they go after the verb or after the verb's object. Okay, we don't like to put the adverb between the verb and the object. Okay, so for example, we don't say I speak well English. No, so English is the object. So I speak English well. We don't separate the verb and the object. Okay, there are different positions, but normally the most natural is adverbs of manner after the verb, adverbs of frequency before the verb, and some exceptions. Okay, the exceptions later. Okay, good. Now, turn to page 100. Turn to page 100 in the student book. Now look at exercise number 1. So it's very easy. You have words in italics, les mots en italique. Is it an adjective or is it an adverb? Yeah. So number 1, so smoking is a bad habit, mauvaise habitude. Yeah, so it's an adjective. But the team played badly, the adverb, and it's after the verb. It's an adverb de manière. Or number 2, so please listen carefully, attentivement, that's the adverb. But Jane's a careful, prudent, careful driver, so it's the adjective. Or number 3, the homework was easy, it's the adjective, facile. Or Peter's good at tennis, he won the game easily. Donc voilà, facilement, easily. Okay, and you can see after the object, he won the game easily, not he won easily the game. Okay, or number 4, I know the Prime Minister well. So good is the adjective, well is the adverb. Not I know well the Prime Minister. No, so after the object. So I know the Prime Minister well. Or number 5, or number 4, my husband's a good cook. Donc good adjective, well adverb. Or number 5, it's a hard life. Donc c'est dur. And teachers work hard. C'est dur. So in fact, hard is irregular. It's the adjective and the adverb, it's the same. I work hard, yeah, and it is hard. It doesn't change. Okay, so look at the grammar spot. So we have lunch is a quick meal for many people. So quick is the adjective. Yeah, we describe a noun, changes a noun. Or I ate my lunch quickly, yeah, rapidement. So it's an adverb, and we're modifying, we're describing a verb, the adverb, normally. So a regular adverb is easy. Normally the adjective with ly, on ajoute ly. Okay. And if we have a y, ça change, ça devient an i. So easy, easily. Okay, good. And what are the 2 irregular adverbs in this exercise? Yeah, we have hard, doesn't change. Hard, hard. Adjective, adverb, it's the same. And also good. Okay, so a good cook, he cooks well. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. Now we can do number 2. There's different possibilities for exercise 2. What is a good adverb for each verb? I mean, there's different possibilities, but what do you think? I get up. What is possible? Get up, quelle manière? Yeah, there's different possibilities. I say I get up early. Yeah, je me lève tôt. Why not? There's different possibilities. Or I walk. Yeah, I say I walk slowly, lentement. Yeah, I walk quietly, silencieusement. Why not? Work. Yeah, je travaille dur. Probably I work hard. Okay. I run. Yeah, I run fast. I run quickly. I speak. Yeah, probably I speak fluently, couramment. You speak English fluently. Okay, good. Yeah, or I can speak quietly as well, or speak English fluently. I pass the exam. Pass the exam, c'est réussir. C'est pas passer l'examen, c'est réussir dans l'examen. So I pass the exam easily, for example, facilement, avec aise. And I do, or you do your homework carefully, soigneusement. Yeah, carefully. Okay, good. So carefully, ça peut être prudemment ou soigneusement. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now, look at the practice section. I'm sorry, it's not very exciting, the position of adverbs. But look at the practice section here. Okay, we have a word, an adjective, so terrible, for example. And the exercise is, can you put the word in the best position in each sentence? Okay, and sometimes you must transform the adjective to an adverb sometimes. Okay, so try this. Let's see if you are correct. Okay, so not so easy. So number one, so we had a holiday in Spain, but unfortunately we had terrible weather. Okay, you can say we had a terrible holiday in Spain, but because we have malheureusement, unfortunately, it's better we had terrible weather. Okay, well, number two, Maria dances well. Okay, you change the adjective to an adverb. Well, number three, when I saw the accident, yeah, so I immediately phoned the police, or I phoned the police immediately. Okay, so immediately as like a frequency, or after the object. So I immediately phoned the police, or I phoned the police immediately. Or number four, don't worry, Justin is a careful driver. Or number five, so Jean-Pierre is a typical Frenchman. He loves food, wine and rugby. We don't normally say it is typical food. You can, but it's not a natural expression in English. So he's a typical man, yes. Well, number six, please speak slowly. Good. I can't understand you. Slowly.
Please speak slowly.
We had an easy test today. Well, number eight, we all passed, on a réussi, we all passed easily. Okay, so after the verb. And finally, number nine, you speak English well. Good, very good. So speak not, we speak well English, no, we speak English well. Okay, well, very good. Now, just to finish for today, we have a final story. Now here we have four, so this is exercise number 2. We have 4 different adverbs. So fortunately, heureusement, yeah. Unfortunately, malheureusement, I love this word. Suddenly, subitement, yeah. And number 4, immediately, donc immédiatement, okay. So we have a story here with lots of different adverbs. So we have quickly, rapidement, quietly, silencieusement, slowly, so lentement, immediately, on a déjà vu, immédiatement, carefully, soigneusement ou avec prudence, carefully, suddenly, subitement, fortunately, on a déjà vu, heureusement, and really, vraiment, okay, franchement, vraiment, réellement, okay, good. Now, you now listen to a story. This is what happened to this poor man in the middle of the night. He heard, il a entendu, he heard a noise, un bruit, in his house. So listen to the story and put a number next to the adverbs. So what is the first adverb that you hear in the story? What is the second adverb that you hear? What is the third adverb that you hear? So mark the adverbs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay? So are you ready? So listen to the story. Here we go.
Tape script 13.6. Noises in the night.
It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and suddenly I woke up. I heard a noise. I got out of bed and went slowly downstairs. There was a light on in the living room. I listened carefully. I could hear 2 men speaking very quietly. Burglars, I thought. 2 burglars. Immediately, I ran back upstairs and phoned the police. I was really frightened. Fortunately, the police arrived quickly. They opened the front door and went into the living room. Then they came upstairs to find me. "It's all right now, sir," they explained. "We turned the television off for you."
Okay. Yeah. The classic end to the story. Okay. So number 1, suddenly. Number 2, slowly. Number 3, carefully. Number 4, quietly. Number 5, immediately. Number 6, really. Number 7, fortunately. And number 8, quickly. Okay, very good. Now, if you can, you have the order, try to remember the story. Try to say the story out loud without the text, just with the, with the order of the adverbs. Try to remember the story and say the story out loud. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. And remember, you have the dialogue at the back. It's a very good exercise to memorize little passages by heart. It's very, very good for your English. Okay. Now, just to finish for today, again, we have a little exercise. So number 5. So can you find the mistake in each sentence? Okay, so you must change the position, find different mistakes in each sentence. So, ready? Go for it. Okay, not so easy. So number 1, the corrections. Number 1, not where does live Anna's sister? No. Where does Anna's sister, the verb, live? Good. Well, number 2, the children came into the classroom noisily. It's okay. It's a spelling mistake, une faute d'orthographe. So noisily, il faut supprimer les Y pour remplacer avec un I. Noisily. Well, number 3, what means comb? C'est une peigne. But what does comb mean? What does it mean? Well, number 4, I always work hardly. No. Hard, remember? I always work hard. Hardly is a different adverb. Hardly, ça veut dire à peine. So I hardly work, so je travaille à peine. But I work hard, je travaille dur. Well, number 5, I know, can you help me, please? On n'a pas deux auxiliaires ensemble, no. So, can you help me, please? Well, number 6, when is Peter going on holiday? Just to change the order. And finally, number 7, you did this exercise well. The well is the adverb, good is the adjective. Okay, good. Now, what do you want to do this weekend? Homework, yes. Well, fortunately, heureusement, we have some homework for you. So this week, can you start Unit 13 in the workbook? Unit 13, page 61. So again, we have some questions avec le mot interrogatif and some answers. So you must connect, match, relier. Yeah, the questions and answers. Et vous pouvez souligner le mot interrogatif aussi, si vous voulez. And then we have 13.1. Okay, so can you listen to the audio and put the question words in the text? Okay, very good. And so page 61 and page 62. So we have again the audio. So listen to the conversation and answer the questions. They talk about a film. Okay, so what are the opinions of the film? Okay, Agate. Now here we have some different words that go with what, like what sort, what day, what sport, what colour, what size, quelle taille, quelle couleur, etc. Okay, so use what, a word here, to complete the questions. So for example, a Mercedes, quel type de voiture? So what sort of car do you have? Okay. And here, même chose avec la question avec how. So how fast pour la vitesse, how many, combien, how old pour l'âge, how often pour la fréquence, how tall, quelle taille, how big or quelle taille aussi. So try to find the best answer here, or the best question here. And finally, which one? Okay, so write questions with which one. So which one or which ones? Again, si c'est pluriel. So summer is my favorite season. Donc la question, c'est quelle saison? Lequel? So which one, lequel, do you like? Or so for example, my daughter goes to a very nice school. On a la deuxième ligne qui manque. St. Clement Danes School. So on pose la question pour quelle école? Voilà, laquelle. So which one does she go to? Which school does she go to? Okay, well, it's a little more difficult. Try to complete this as well. Remember, if you have a question, if you are not sure about your question, if it is possible, if it is not possible, don't hesitate to email me on my email address, so danjbrown78@gmail.com. Okay? And I hope one day I will see you. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.